¿Sabías que puedes invertir tu dinero y hacerlo crecer de forma segura y al mismo tiempo cuidar tu planeta? Claro que sí. Este diciembre 15 a las 7 de la tarde, conéctate con Experience Solutions vía YouTube o Facebook Live y aprenderás todo sobre las inversiones responsables. We are focused to grow your money and taking care of the world. Te esperamos diciembre 15 a las 7 de la tarde, seminario de inversiones responsables.
When we invest, we're thinking about the future, our own and that of our children. But we may also be asking ourselves what this future holds. With a rising global population, a changing climate, and all the adverse effects these can have on our energy consumption. If you're like most Canadians, you're probably more than a bit concerned. That's why at Desjardins, we're offering responsible investment solutions. It's our way of supporting companies with their eye on tomorrow and more modern environmental, social, and governance practices in mind. Companies that are developing alternatives to fossil fuels by focusing on wind and solar energy, energy efficiency, and many other innovations that can speed up our transition to clean energy. Investing in these companies can be just as beneficial to you as it is to the planet. At Desjardins, we're a leader in responsible investment, and we're offering you the opportunity to invest in your future, in the future of us all. It's a win-win situation that turns your investments into agents of change. Be part of the solution. Talk to your representative about responsible investment. We think about our planet and our future every day. And at Desjardins, the more we think about it, the more convinced we are that responsible investment can empower us to make a positive impact throughout the world. We are the Canadian leader in responsible investment, and we're proud of the innovative investment products we offer. Products that are designed for those who, like us, want to make a difference. How? By investing in companies that make sustainable development and social responsibility a priority. Did you know that according to certain studies, if nothing changes between now and 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in our oceans? At Desjardins, we cannot stand idly by. Through our responsible investment products, we support innovative companies that are taking on waste management challenges. For instance, we select companies that develop circular production solutions, favor renewable materials, and reintegrate recycled materials into their production cycle, preventing the production of thousands of tons of waste each year. The nice thing about this is that not only can you make a positive impact on the environment, with Desjardins you also benefit from the potential performance of these forward-looking companies. Be part of the solution. Talk to your representative about responsible investment. We think about our planet and our future every day. And at Desjardins, the more we think about it, the more convinced we are that responsible investment can empower us to make a positive impact throughout the world. We are the Canadian leader in responsible investment, and we're proud of the innovative investment products we offer. Products that are designed for those who, like us, want to make a difference. How? By investing in companies that make sustainable development and social responsibility a priority. In 2015, 17 goals were laid out by the 193 United Nations member states to protect the planet and ensure a prosperous future for the world. Goal number 6 was to ensure access to clean water and sanitation for all. According to the United Nations, humanity could face a water deficit of 40% by 2030. At Desjardins, we cannot stand idly by. Through our responsible investment products, we support innovative companies that are taking on the challenges related to water. Some of them are looking for less expensive ways to convert seawater into fresh water. Others are setting up automated collection systems that will save billions of liters of water every year. The nice thing about this is that not only can you make a positive impact on the environment, with Desjardins, you also benefit from the potential performance of these forward-looking companies. Be part of the solution. Talk to your representative about responsible investment.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Les habla Oscar Avendaño, Exploring Solution, dándoles la bienvenida para esta tarde. Feliz Navidad, si te estás escuchando, te estás conectando el día de hoy. Queremos darte la bienvenida en este seminario de inversiones responsables. Esta es una inversión, un instrumento financiero que incorpora algunos factores ambientales, sociales y de gobierno sin descuidar lo más importante, los rendimientos financieros deseados de tus ahorros. Entonces, este tema es ahorrar en forma segura y además formar parte de la solución, del cuidado del medio ambiente. Esta es la invitación a que conozcas mucho más sobre estos temas. Hoy día tenemos una invitada muy especial, Debra, de Desjardins Investment, y hoy día nos va a contar acerca y tomar tus preguntas, además también. Si quieres saber en más detalles sobre las inversiones responsables, no dudes en contactarnos al 905-920-2143 o visítanos en nuestra página web www.exploringsolutions.ca. Sin más preámbulos y deseándoles a todos una linda Navidad y un próspero año nuevo, les dejo esta información valiosa para que ustedes la consideren y sean parte de esta solución. Multiplicar tus ahorros de forma segura y además cuidar el planeta. Gracias por su atención y por su visita en este seminario. Cualquier pregunta, por favor, no duden en contactarnos. Gracias por participar. Nos vemos. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. My name is Jessica Morehouse, and I'm a money expert, financial counselor, and financial literacy advocate. And today I am joined by Desjardins Group Responsible Investment Specialist Deborah DeBus to talk about a very important topic: responsible investing. Thanks so much for joining me, Deborah.
Happy to talk, Jessica.
Me too. I'm very excited to talk to you about responsible investing. It's a very hot topic. I think a lot of people specifically are wondering, why should they consider being a responsible investor, and what exactly does that mean?
I think the world is in a transition right now. I believe that any investor should be very mindful of anything that can drive change to the market, or at least entrust their money to people who are aware of those changes. And as companies are facing, increasing complexity on a global scale, I think as investors, it's pretty important that we perhaps revisit some of the ways that we were traditionally making our investment decisions to look a bit deeper into the companies that we want to include in our portfolios. I believe that, being financially sound is extremely important. However, if we look away from the balance sheet and perhaps include environmental, social, and governance practices to really get a deeper understanding and analysis of the companies that we invest in, this is how we're going to be finding the companies who are better equipped to face the challenges of a changing world. And this extra layer of due diligence, this adding our information about environmental, social, and governance practices of the companies that we include, this is responsible investing.
So I think one thing on a lot of investors' minds is, if they decide to become a responsible investor, invest in responsible investing products, are they going to be sacrificing returns? How do the returns compare, responsible investment products compared to just regular products?
They compare very well. In fact, if you look at the past returns that we've had, especially during the COVID-19 downturns in the markets, you'll see that responsible investing, or ESG solutions, have been, overrepresented into the best funds or the best solutions out there. This is due to two things. First of all, we might have a misconception about responsible investing. When we think about it, we figure, it's just windmills and planting trees. How am I going to be making money with that? But it's not that. It's actually very diversified. And this extra layer of due diligence and analysis that we make when we choose the companies to be part of our portfolios, that ESG analysis is actually very good for risk management. So ESG, or responsible investing, tend to fare better in market downturns. And we're also pretty well positioned for a rebound, because when we look into the type of companies that we include, these are companies that are making themselves resilient. They're companies that have very strong management teams, companies that are really building a stability and a flexibility for themselves to be able to manage those kind of difficult conditions in the market. There are a lot of researches that are correlating good ESG practices with outperforming returns in the market. So this is really a myth, and I believe that the results that we've been having in the past months and the past years are really a demonstration of that.
So I think when a lot of people think about these responsible investing products, they think about, there must be just a bunch of companies in there. They're all about, creating solutions for the environment and society. That's not exactly how these products are built. Do you want to kind of speak to that? How are these responsible investing products built?
We do have different strategies that we can apply to different kind of products. If I look, for example, to our mutual fund line, we will be excluding some sectors. So we'll be excluding tobacco, nuclear energy, we'll be excluding weapons. And now we have also added one exclusion filters targeting fossil fuel production and pipelines as well. So these are the sectors that we exclude. But other than that, pretty much the rest of the economy is open to responsible investing, taken into account that the companies that we choose have solid financials and also are leaders in their ESG practices. Meaning what? Meaning that if you invest in a Canadian fund, then what you'll have in your portfolio will be pretty representative of the Canadian economy, a large place to financials, to telecom, to materials and industrials. Why are they in a responsible investing portfolio? Well, it's because we know and we acknowledge that pretty much all human activities have an impact on the environment and on communities. And what we want as responsible investors is we want to make sure to have a broad impact onto the market and influence those companies into reducing their negative impact and improving on their positive impact. As shareholders, we have a voice, and this voice can be heard. And we do have a say as to how the company evolves and how they grow in the long term. And we do use this voice, and we keep in contact with the companies in our portfolios to make sure to influence them, raise issues as they arise, and engage with them to improve and improve on their ESG practices so that we can have a positive impact on the long term.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to really share all of your knowledge about responsible investing. I feel like people watching this video are going to know so much more than they did before. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, Deborah.
It's a pleasure.
Hola, te habla Oscar Avendaño de Exploring Solutions Canada. Queremos invitarte a que nos visites en nuestra página web www.exploringsolutions.ca para que te informes acerca de los programas, entre comillas, Living Benefits o programas de beneficios en vida. Son programas que están diseñados precisamente para ti, para cuidar de tu salud, de tu familia y de tu patrimonio. Así que ya lo sabes, no demores más. Márcanos al 905-920-2143 o visítanos en nuestra página web www.exploringsolutions.ca. Te esperamos. Comienza a construir tu futuro hoy mismo. Hola, les habla Oscar Avendaño de Exploring Solutions Canada. Si tienes planes de viajar o recibes visitas a Canadá o si eres nuevo emigrante y necesitas planes de salud, estamos para servirte. Disponemos de muchísimas opciones diseñadas para ti. Así que no demores más. Llámanos al 905-920-2143 y protégete ahora.
ExploringSolutions.ca.
We are live, Oscar.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today in a special event, a special information about responsible investment. It's another way to manage your money and be part of the solution. So this actually is our invite to discuss and learn more about this. Today, we have a special guest, Deborah DeVas, responsible investment specialist from Desjardins Wealth Management. Her primary role is to inform everyone, for educate advisors, us, and investors like you guys. So about the various approaches about the responsible investment and type of investment products available. So feel free to ask questions in our chat, online chat. If you want to make an appointment with me or with our team and Desjardins, please feel free to do that. So in that way, we can actually give you more details and take advantage about this. So please welcome Deborah DeVas.
Thank you, Oscar, for having me. I'm very happy to be here with you.
Oh, thank you for being with us. And, the Spanish community, we're very glad and we are very proud as well that you are part of our community as well. So we are very, very glad to having you in the Exploring Solution seminar with the sponsorship with Desjardins Investments. So, in our community, we have too many questions about how we can take an advantage of this and how we can grow our money without or a little risk. Too many people are speculating right now, talking about crypto coins, and people call me and say, Oscar, I know I need to put my money to work because otherwise I'm actually 10, 15, 20 years here in Canada and I'm almost 60. So I need to focus on this. And what am I going to do? So that's why we decided to have you there, Rob, because I know you're the specialist on this. And it's a very attractive way to invest the money, get a good return, and also be part of the solution. Our world, the planet, need help, right? So please tell a little bit more about why responsible investment right now is a lot of people talking about this. Why is it so important right now and getting too much attention in the market?
You're right. I think I really like what you say. You say that your investors, your client, they want to put their money to work, and that's extremely important. You need to build a nest egg. You need to save money. You need to put it aside. You need to meet your financial objectives, right? You want to put money aside, and you're saving and you're investing for it to grow, so that you're able to retire, buy your house, or pay for your children's studies. You need to reach your investment objectives. You need to put your money to work, and you can do that. And now what's really interesting is you actually have a choice as to how you're reaching those objectives. So when you're investing with an advisor in mutual funds, for example, some of that money is invested in the markets. So it's invested in bonds and it's invested in company stocks and bonds. But and this is usually how you make money, because when you get exposition to the market and you're well diversified, you're investing in all different sectors, then you can benefit from all of the growth of those different sectors. Now, what's interesting is you have a choice as to what type of companies you invest in. See, when you invest responsibly or you invest sustainably, we not only choose companies that have good financial perspectives, we also go for companies that have good environmental, social, and governance practices. So you're investing in quality companies, you're investing in companies that have a good perspective for growth, but you're also investing in those.
Sorry to interrupt you that part, because some people even really are not familiar with the language and the concept in terms of perspective.
Yeah.
You're talking about the return, right?
We're talking about return. Yeah. So we can't promise any returns, right? You know that the markets are unpredictable, but that is why you entrust your money with people who understand the market and are able to do analysis to try and bet on the good companies, if you will. So when we are saying that these companies have good perspectives for growth, is that from what we see on paper in their financial statements, but also in their environmental, social, and governance practices. So how they manage their environmental impact, how they manage things with their workers, with their clients, with their providers, and how they govern themselves, how they have a good leadership team, then we're confident that these companies are going to grow and produce good potential returns for investors. And responsible investing is different in the sense that not only do we look at the money side, we also look into all of that environmental, social, and governance criteria, because
it is so important. Absolutely.
It is important. It gives us a better understanding of what those companies are, how they work, what they do, how they do it, and how they compare with other companies in the same sectors, so that we're able to bet on the stronger players, if you will. A lot of different risks to your investment come from different areas. And it used to be a lot on the financial side. But then if you look at climate change, at resource management, at extreme climate events, we see that there are all of these risks coming from environmental factors and social factors. And we want to take those into account to better manage risk for your investment, for your portfolios, and for the growth of your money.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And you know what? I think it's so attractive, this way to invest and grow our effort, because it's so hard to get the money and it's easy to spend, right? A lot of people say, Oscar, I cannot manage this budget. Look, it's in December now, we have Christmas, and a lot of clients of mine, they say, Oscar, I need help. I need help about what? I spend too much money. And this actually ways to invest and be part of there's two ways to getting good return. Obviously, no guarantee, like you say, and also you be part of the taking care in some point, focus in companies there taking care of the environment, the policies and taking care of the labor and respect the law and it's too many things we hear around the world and I know it's a lot of Canadians and specifically our community, we care about that. So
yeah, you can look at it that way. So those companies that are trying to improve their operations to be more mindful of their impact on the planet. One of the best ways they can do that is by becoming more effective. So they're using less resources to produce the same output. So you're improving efficiency, you get a better reputation, you get better contracts, you can expand your client base. So you're really building value for yourself. So these companies, they're investing into themselves and they're staying relevant as the economy transforms. So it really is good players. And then you also have companies who are not only doing that for themselves, but they're also creating solutions. And by that, I mean their products or their service is actually helping others becoming more efficient. And if these are quality companies, they're well managed, they have good solutions that are solving the world's problems, this is really where you want to be invested. Let me give you an example. We have a company in our portfolios who does precision agriculture solutions. This company helps farmers use less herbicides, less pesticides, less fertilizers, and also less water, and improve the yield of their field. So you're able to produce more by using less costly stuff. So you're not using as much input and you're able to produce more because the plants get exactly what they need when they need it. So when you're able to help farmers save money and produce more, then of course your solution is going to be in growing demand. And we have a lot of examples of this type of companies actually helping others becoming more efficient. And this is really where you want to invest because this is where the world is going right now.
Let me ask you a question, Deborah. In terms of in our environment, we understand how it works and stuff like that. But for sure, our followers and they have that question for sure. They will ask that. In terms of what is the way or the simple way to start investment and start this open account with us? First of all, we need to take a look at the frontier, like at every single way when somebody open an RSP or tax-free saving account, and we need to choose different plans, right? Different papers. Is it complicated or is it really, really simple?
The choice of investment. My first advice is, first of all, meet an advisor like Oscar. So there are really a small number of advisors that talk about responsible investing, sustainable investing, or ESG investing with their clients. It's about 1 out of 4 advisors that do have the conversation. So kudos to you, Oscar, on that. And then the choice is very simple. It's as simple to invest responsibly as it is to invest in a traditional mutual fund or a traditional savings account.
Savings fund,
and the best person to help you choosing the investment that is right for you is really your advisor, because Oscar, you just mentioned that you ask the questions, what their horizon is, what their risk tolerance is, what their personal situation is, and you're really the best position.
I have several clients already that start responsible investment myself as well, and it's totally different feeling. Totally feeling. You have a good returns in the past and good. If it's long term, obviously it's better. But also feel you're part of something is I think is important.
Yeah, and I think that we can give you access to what those companies do. So not only do we say that you're saving greenhouse gas emissions, or we're saving water, or we're recycling waste, we actually have impact measurements, impact monitoring that we do, and we can actually show figures. And you can ask Oscar to share them with you, but those companies, you can have the name of the companies, you can learn what they're from, where they're from, what they do, and then you can really look at the impact measures. We engage with those companies, we have them improve on their environmental, social, and governance practices. There really is a lot of actions that can be taken because you're investing with us. And I'd like to remind you that, all of this is done on top of the potential financial return that you're going to be making. So it's not a cause, it's not philanthropy. This is really investing, for your financial objectives. And on top of that, you have this impact that is generated by the companies and by the fact that we are engaging with those companies to improve their practices. So you're really putting your money to work, and your money is also talking with those companies for improvement.
I'm going to actually put some videos for you guys to understand a little bit better. But it's absolutely a very attractive way to grow our money, secure way. Because sometimes when I hear people want to speculate it, and it's not secure. Here we have an option. Very attractive. We're gonna see the numbers. We're gonna review it, each case of you guys in terms of review if it's a good alternative for you or not. But it all depends with the frontier, the time we have. I also say to every single client, we have to manage time and money, right? So it's unbelievable. Some people, they have 20, 30 years to save. Some people, they have 10 years, 5 years, and we need to structure a different strategy, right? So I'm very excited with this responsible investment, not only for the growing potential they have. This is very important, obviously. We need to grow and build a good pension for the future. In our community, the Spanish community, well, from 1970s probably is the first, a lot of the group would come, but very young community. Right? In Canada, there's no more than 2 million people in Canada in total. But we are growing very fast, and our community is positioning and in different industries as well, politics, financial, medical, and every single industry. And for sure, if you're a doctor, I know that a lot of Spanish doctors, they're incorporated companies, and they need to grow the money otherwise, and also save taxes, right? So all the taxes implication as well, we can help them to taking care of that part, right? So
yeah, no, absolutely. And again, investing responsibly it's good for your returns, it's good for your risk management, and it's also good for impact. So you're really having these 3 dimensions taken care of, essentially.
So everybody can actually invest, right? There's no restrictions of age or money. What's the minimum amount that you can actually?
Anyone that can open an account with Oscar can save that way. The minimal investment number escapes me, but it really isn't that much, and you can also invest by installments, so $25 or $50 at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
So it's very easy, guys. I just want to actually say, I'm so glad and I'm very happy to having you, Deborah. We tried to do that several times before, but I know your agenda is very busy, and we are really appreciating your time today and explain and invite people to be part of this. And the final words I would like to, if you don't mind, to say something in Spanish for our community and invite them to focus on pension, build their patrimony now because they are healthy, they are working, and they're producing assets, and they have to take care of that. Please add some words in Spanish if you don't mind.
Sí, bueno, estaba encantada de estar aquí con ustedes hoy y les invito a preguntar a Oscar sobre inversiones sostenibles. Es una buena forma de manejar a su cartera. Son inversiones que invierten en empresas que son responsables, que son sostenibles, pero también que tengan un potencial bueno de crecimiento para justamente ayudarles a encontrar a sus objetivos financieros, además de producir un impacto positivo sobre el medio ambiente, sobre la sociedad y sobre la gobernancia de esas empresas. Ya.
Muchas gracias, Débora. Es un placer tenerte el día de hoy. Yo hablaba con mi hija cuando la fui a dejar al colegio hoy día, lo orgulloso que estamos los miembros de esta comunidad de tenerte en el puesto que estás en Desjardins, siendo embajadora de las inversiones responsables. Así que muchas gracias por el día de hoy, por tu tiempo y por invitarnos a conocer un poco más sobre esto. Ya saben, chicos, Deborah, thank you so much again, and hopefully we can have another meeting in the future.
Es un gusto. Chao, Oscar.
Chao, muchas gracias.
Hola, te habla Oscar Avendaño de Exploring Solutions Canada. Queremos invitarte a que nos visites en nuestra página web www.exploringsolutions.ca para que te informes acerca de los programas, entre comillas, Living Benefits o programas de beneficios en vida. Son programas que están diseñados precisamente para ti, para cuidar de tu salud, de tu familia y de tu patrimonio. Así que ya lo sabes, no demores más. Márcanos al 905-920-2143 o visítanos en nuestra página web www.exploringsolutions.ca. Te esperamos. Comienza a construir tu futuro hoy mismo.